YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Ransom Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review 2.0. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. People ask me, do I still collect baseball, basketball, football, and hockey cards? No, I don't. One reason why I stopped collecting is because it got too expensive. And I'm gonna be honest, back in the day when I started collecting like Skybox and all of that, and NBA hoops, I think it was. They were really reasonable. They were like $1 a pack, or like damn near like close to $1 at least. Now cards are like $7 a pack, just for a pack of cards, and you may not get anything in there worth anything, man. Back in the day, you had rookies to look forward to. Like each time, you might have had Jordan, Reggie Miller, Horace Grant, Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Joker, Donachek, Jay, it's a Morant. It's a lot of these characters, man, that I'm gonna be honest about. A lot of these cats I didn't collect. I stopped at LeBron, and I had Steph Curry, but I stopped at that era. Because after that, man, I really didn't know the rookie class coming in. I didn't really know too much about these players. These players weren't as dominant as the players before them. Before them, those characters, man, they like demanded, man, that you would get these cards, man. You was like, damn, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal? You like, damn, Jason Kidd? Like, oh, man, you talking. Man, Penny Hardaway? Oh, man, you just telling me Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, man, people like that. People that, I grew up watching, like I said, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. These people you grew up, well, maybe not you, but I'm Generation X. I grew up watching these people. And, those cards, those people, they brought a certain type of magic to the game. All of them wasn't making big money, but they brought big heart to the game. I wasn't able to get a Dr. J card or anything like that, because he was just, the GOAT of his time, and again, he was great. Michael Jordan said he watched Julius Erving, which is, Dr. J, and he said he watched him and his moves and all that, and he improved on it. And, he put his own spin on it. Who's the GOAT? I don't know. But I'm going to say this, man. One thing that was fun about collecting cards, I spent time with my nephew. We would look at the cards, man. We would swap cards. At that particular time, I was a whole grown-ass man. And, I would go to, like, Kmart and places like that. They had, like, card shops for mom and pop places. And I used to pick this stuff up, man. And, it was like a little bit of nothing, man. It was fun to do, man. It was a hobby. Like, at the store that I worked at, they had a whole bunch of, like, cards that were being discontinued. Packs of cards, football, hockey, basketball, baseball. And I asked, could I buy them all? They sold them all to me. Opened the packs up. Got the little sleeves for them to go into. Some of them won rookies, man. I was good with that. I end up talking to some of the associates that I work with, man. And they end up telling me they used to collect basketball cards. And I asked them, did they have any, man? And they did. I bought a lot of them from them, man. I bought a ton of them. And my whole thing, and I got to say this to you over and over again, man. You know what? In the beginning, when I started collecting, just like when I'm collecting now, like far as action figures, video games, this word of mouth. That's how I was doing with these cards. I was using my mouth to ask people, hey, do you got any cards, man? I know you was talking about you in love with basketball, but do you, oh man, I got some cards too, man. You bought those from him? Oh man, okay, I could sell you mine. I'm good with that. Dude, I bought tons of shit from people. And that's what got me into this hobby, man. I was in that hobby, man, but I end up getting burned out, and I end up losing that stuff, man. I had a big old tub, what you would put a Christmas tree in, those big green tubs. They bigger than those black and gold tubs that you see everybody with, those totes. They're bigger than that. I had like 2 of those full of nothing but sports cards, man, because I was buying so many, man. And they, back then they weren't super expensive. And that's the thing that I look at now. Everything is so overpriced, man. It's like you're paying an arm and a leg. It's like damn, it's no fun left because it's not affordable. Back in the day, it was so fun. You could find stuff. Not everybody was lined up to get it as soon as it came out. Yesterday, I looked at some cards at Target, man, and they're going for an arm and a damn leg. They were like $11.99 for a pack of cards. I said, I'm not doing this. Then I seen a cheap pack for $6.99. And I was looking at the pack. I said, man, Then, half of the time, you're not getting special cards like you used to get. Like in certain packs, you would get a special card. I remember I used to buy those SPX cards. I bought a whole box of them back in the day. I think they were like $100. I bought them. And, man, I got a whole bunch of fantastic cards out of it, man. It was a good time. See, that's what the hobby is, man. When you enjoying shit and having a good time, that's what life does for you, man. It brings about a lot of changes. The changes were good for me, man. But far as now, I look at this hobby as nothing but a money grab, man. And plus, I don't see this rookie class being something that I would want to collect. I'm not being funny. I'm not disrespecting any of these people. The people in the last, like 10 years, I can't tell you who they are. I can't really put a finger on it. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. I look at people, I had the Durant rookies. I had Russell Westbrook. I had Anthony, whatever, the big guy. I had some of all these guys, man. And that's the thing, Derrick Rose. I had some of all of these cats, man. And you looking, I have the Kevin Garnett's, man. And that really what got me, because when the guy sold me the book and he had the Garnett's, oh, man, that piqued my interest, man. But Michael Jordan cards, back when Michael was still playing, was easy to get, man. And I was like, damn, I had a bent-up Michael Jordan rookie card, man. That damn thing was still worth a little money, man. But again, it all got lost in a fire. And everything that I couldn't take that was left, dude, I had nowhere to put it. I got burnt out. So I ended up losing a lot of stuff, man. And that's the thing that a lot of people didn't see. I end up losing a lot of shit, man. But that taught me a valuable lesson, man. A real valuable lesson. To actually look at your hobby, enjoy your hobby, and to take care of your hobby, man. Make sure you buy the things that you want. Don't buy things that you don't want, because they're hard to get rid of. Man, like I said, man, I've been enjoying that hobby for a minute. I was thinking about getting back into cards, man, but I said, man, at this particular point in time, back when I was doing cards back in the beginning, it was like, 96? 95, 96. So 1995, 1996. Now you think about it now, that's 28 years later? Something like that, 27, 28 years later? Dude, these cards are high as hell now. Cards that were like dime a dozen back then are high. Because, time has passed. Shaquille O'Neal don't even play no more. Penny, Jason Kidd, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Jermaine O'Neal, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Stephon Marbury, all these players that were great. It was a great rookie class when Kobe Bryant came in. He had one of the greatest rookie classes I ever seen. That was just amazing. And a lot of them became stars, man. And those are the cards that I had. I had like books, with just pages of each player in it that was like major players, man. I think I had like 10 books, 10 binders of nothing but cards, man. And, I really enjoyed that. But see, the thing that happened here is that a lot of people don't understand is shit happens. And the hobby, man, just, it's not the way it used to be. It's like all about the dollar now. You got people lining up to get the damn cards at the door. I'm like, these are sports cards, right? This is not video games or anything else. These are sports cards that they lining up out here to get. I'm not mad and I'm not jealous of what these people doing, but it sets a precedent, man. It sets a precedent that, hell, I can no longer afford this. This is one of the reasons why I stopped collecting. And I know you're like, wait, but if you can't afford cards, you buying action figures, I want to explain something to you. Back then, cards were $1. They were $2 at the most. Now cards are like $12 at the most that I seen. A pack of cards. And back then, you used to get a lot of cards in a pack. You used to get like, what, 8 cards, I think? Sometimes even 10. What are you getting now? 5 or 6 cards? Dude, come on. I don't know. This is not for me now. See, this whole situation has changed. See, now that there's more money to be had, they're cutting pack sizes down. You know, you're getting a lot less special cards. You're getting a lot less high-value players inside of the packs. Dude, I'm not trying to do this. You know, back in the day, even when Michael retired, right, they would still have Michael Jordan cards in a pack. I don't know how they doing it now. And I'm just looking at it like this. I'm like, yeah. You know, the things that I had back then and the stores that I had at my disposal, you know, there were a lot of mom and pop stores that supported, and they gave you cards for real reasonable prices, man. I would go inside the lit box. I pick out damn near 30 to 50 cards, man. Dude be like $5. I'm like, damn, you know, like, that's how it was, man. And that's how I learned how to collect. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey. Dude, I had rookies of everything. I had Michael Jordan rookie baseball cards and everything else. It was amazing. It was an amazing time. Dude, I was having a lot of fun with it. But just like with everything, everything has a tendency to end. And that's what happened. You know, the good days, the boom years, the glory years had ended. And after that, it was all about money. And once people seen that it was $1 billion market, they made sure, because it wasn't $1 billion market at first, they made sure, because back in the day, you could buy baseball and basketball cards with a stick of bubble gum in it. That hard-ass bubble gum. Man, please. Shit, back then the cards were like 69 cents. Dude, now you look, you can still find cards at thrift stores in those box, you know, they come in like clear container, like clear packs, like clear bags, and they be selling stuff. And I thought about picking some up, but I was like, nah, I don't even know if I want to do that anymore. Because, you know, it is hard work now. You would have to go back and re-get this shit. And this time around, it's not going to be cheap. This is why I say, if you're able to hold on to your stuff, but I wasn't able to hold on to it. And again, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. It was an act of nature. And shit, you just got to look at it like that. Man, would I go back into card collecting? It depends if I was able to buy a collection to start off with. See, one thing is getting your foot in the door. The other parts is kind of easy. But I think you got to have a foot in the door as far as getting the stuff you want. You like, man, I'm able to get this, this, and this. I got this big bundle, this big lot of cards. Now I could go from there and pick up other lit stuff that I want. Dude, that's what I would need to do to get back into this. I would have to search out and find a lot that is actually worth me getting and starting over again. You know, with some rookies and some stuff in there. Or, you know, buy it off somebody. But, you know, going into it like I was telling people about the Funko cards. You know, Funko cards, my bad. About the Pokemon cards. The thing was, you know, when you had your Charizards, your Pikachus, your, I forget. There were so many Squirtles and all of that stuff. There were so many things that I got off into, man, that back in the day, you were able to buy this stuff off of people. And people not really cared. They just sold it to you because they just wanted to get rid of it. For a little bit of cash to do some stuff with. Now everybody know exactly what they got. And it's hard to buy it off of them. These are just my thoughts and opinions, fam. This is one of the reasons why I stopped. Because it's too expensive here in 2024 to be a card collector. Man, just in my opinion. But to later, fam, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.